Hello and welcome back. So I had a little bit of fun working with that, building that inventory. So I've kept going with the project, and you can see I've expanded it quite a bit. I will go ahead and show you the project, and then go over a little bit of the code, so you can kind of get an idea how I got it all done. So originally we just had this 36 slot bag, and we could loot items to the bag. I changed some of the graphics around to kind of make it look a little better, but that's what we had originally. Um, Now I've added three more tabs, and just like in a MMO, you have these tabs. So like this one is players equipment. So like what the player has equipped. So you can put I haven't labeled these, but you can put a sword. Like you can't put the sword in any of these other slots. You can only put it in, the weapon slot, and like shields only go in the shield slot. You can't put it in any of these. You can just put it in the shield slot. Things like potions, you can't equip those. So, it has to be the right equipment. And I haven't like made a helm object yet. So, and I also got this little box down here. And this box just has kind of a hover over effect, telling you what each item does. So you can see sword, shield. Um, there's another shield. So that kind of gives you, and the text changes depending on kind of like, I did just some kind of dummy stats for now. But if it has a certain amount of stats, then it kind of becomes a different level. Like this has got a yellow name, it's got a black name. So it's depending on the item, depending on certain items have different names. Okay, another tab we've got is this one. This is, if you ever played like Diablo 2, you'll know about the cube, but it's kind of just like a crafting system. But this has got a crafting system, and then this button will craft it, and you can, writing the recipes is really easy. I've only written two so far, but I mean, I'll be able to write, it takes 10 minutes to kind of build other recipes into the game once you have the objects, drawn up. So that's what this does. Um, and it's pretty accurate. I mean, you can't like, the recipe has to be perfect, it's not going to compute, So, okay. And the other one is this, and that's just the player's um, stats basically. So I don't have much in here now, but it'll probably get pretty big if I keep going with this game. I don't know. I'm having fun with it now, so we'll see how long I mess around with this. But it's been a good learning experience. This will change. You can see the stats change depending on what item I equip, and the sword. All this will get calculated in to make that, and then of course you have your level, and the 0 is experience. So that's what I've got so far, and kind of what I did. If you remember from the first one, I have bag spaces, and that's basically what all those little slots is just bag space class with well, there's six, like in the big backpack there's 36 slots. So like that is right here. No, right here. Bag 1 slots, and then this is the smaller bag that does the crafting. And there's 3x3, 6x6, so just two-dimensional arrays, of course. But for the items, which I'm gonna have items open. Let me open up items here. Master. Oh, I do. It's right here. I don't have that one open. Oh, I probably got. There we go. Okay, so should be like that. Okay. Um, so for forms. Sorry, let me just. Normally I code on a much larger monitor, so I need to get items open. Where did you go? In-game objects. Master items. Oh, I have master items. I'm just blind. Okay. So, sorry about that. So you have a bag slot, and like I said in the first one, the bag slot takes an item. I changed it to master item, just for the name of it. So it takes an item. So that's how you actually move the item in and out of the spaces in the bag, the 36 spaces. You're just taking the object and you're committing it to this bag space. So the bag space takes an item. So that's kind of how you do that, or how I did that. So I'm sure there's better ways out there, but that's what I came up with. Um, so in-game object, that's a class that I haven't made. I haven't instantiated anything out of here yet. I haven't made any objects from it, but I put it in here because I wanted players to inherit from it. So the player inherits, its location, and then all the objects I give a code name to. It comes in handy every once in a while, I've noticed. So. But the location, so location X and location Y on the game board, that inherits from the in-game object. Now the main code here, I broke that up into. I'll close these up so you can kind of see how I kind of laid it out. So I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you kind of you know about classes and delegates and everything like that. You know how to code at least the basics. So just close these up. There's probably a button that closes, or some way to close these all together. One click kind of thing. That was my phone ringing, not my cat. So let me just get all these closed up because I want to show you kind of how I laid it out. Because in the past, I'm pretty new to programming, but in the past I feel like I get kind of lost in my code. So this is what really helped me. So I labeled my global variables. So and I got all my global variables in one spot. It looks like a lot, but a lot of this stuff is just like my random class, my mouse tracking class, just getting those things instantiated so I can use them throughout. And then like this is all kind of one chunk. This is all another chunk, and this, and of course most of these variables, they're buried in the in the classes, so they're not really just like out there floating around. So, and then okay, so I have built. So I put all the methods that build and instantiate, I put into chunks. Drawing functions, I put into chunks. On and click events, so things you click on, you click on the screen, you click on buttons, that kind of stuff. And then these are like the crafting recipes, so there'll be a ton of these when I'm done, there could be hundreds of those by the time I'm done. I've only made a few so far. My timers, I've got 2 timers that run throughout the game. And then just some bitmaps that I'm using for the graphics, and then hover effects. So that kind of helped me when I did that. It really helped me to kind of just not get lost in the code. So now, if you guys are interested and you find this interesting, let me know. I'll make more videos, go more in depth with the code. But at this point, I'll just give updates. So thank you and have a good day.